Good morning there, folks. This would be Ethan the Farmer. A very tired Ethan the Farmer on this November 1st, 2021. So, as most of y'all know, I keep myself fairly busy. Yesterday I was working on a person's porch and deck to make it wide enough that they could use it even though they're elderly.
In a quarter mile,
the existing one was not accommodating for folks needing
turn left onto 15th
having issues.
Jaybird Road.
And anyway, I was working on it, got it about halfway done, a little 3/4 maybe, and now I'm headed back up there this morning. But then last night, usually on Sunday nights, at least a couple times a month, I run this young feller home because I go and get him on Thursday or Fridays, bring him down. It's about a 2-hour drive one way so that he can spend the weekend with his mom. And then I run his butt home on Sundays because that way she gets to see her son, and it helps with the whole concept of family. I know you guys think, oh, this guy's just all talk. That's what some folks seem to want to say. But I ain't all talk. I put my money where my mouth is. Spending 8 hours every couple weeks on the road to try to keep a family together is not just talk. But, I get it done. So last night I come back over here where I pick this kid up usually, and his mom. She rides with me out there. And another young person, early 20s, pregnant gal, 5 months pregnant, is in all kinds of distress. Like all kinds of distress. So we towed her happy self to the ER, which obviously knocks back the normal leaving time for the great transport of said youngster. And anyway, when it's all said and done, I finally get to crawl in bed about 1:30 this morning. Kind of with the chickens almost. The chickens was getting up and I was going to bed. But that's part of life. That's part of doing what you're called to do. That's part of doing what's responsible. That's part of putting your actions behind your words. A lot of these people that talk nasty about me, I don't see them putting their actions behind their words. They're a lot of talk, but when you ask them for facts, they ain't got them. So, and if you're somebody out there talking shit, pardon my French, and you have legitimate facts to back up your dirty talking, feel free to contact me. I'd love to work out whatever your beef is, whatever your issue is, because, I just would. I don't like people being pissed off at me, but in the same hand, I'm not going to run from it, because doing what I've done as far as activism, you piss off a lot of folk. They got differing political views and differing life views, and they don't like it. Or they think you ought to do everything for free because, well, you're part of a nonprofit, and therefore you should never get paid for nothing. And, well, I'll just tell you, we can't make our bills if that's what we do. It just doesn't work. It's not workable. But anyway, so we're going to move on to the next little piece here of this video. We're 3 minutes into this adventure this morning, and I'm fixing to make another 2,000, 2,500 mile run to Michigan and back. Again, go up there and help some folks, and also meet with some other folks and try to get multiple things done while I'm on the road. And again, my van's got 311,000 miles on it. That's a lot of miles on a vehicle that you're crisscrossing this country with every day. Just today, to go up here and work on this here porch for these elderly folks, it's going to be 140 miles round trip, 70 miles each way roughly. So it's a lot of driving, and with gas being at $3 something a gallon, oh buddy, $100 bill doesn't even fill the gas tank on the van anymore. That's depressing in a lot of ways, but that's courtesy of our bureaucracy that doesn't get life and doesn't want to support this little guy. They're all about the big businesses making the big bucks, and the little blue collar workers, well, they can starve. people got to spend $20 to go to work to make $50. That means they only went home with $30. It's hard to get ahead if your rent is $20 a day. So now you're $10. Oh my goodness, by the time you put food in your belly and pay the light bill, you're upside down. It ain't gonna work. So anyway, if you want to donate to help with the maintenance, I got some maintenance issues on the van that got to be addressed before I leave. I got to put an oil pump in because the oil pump's about to take a dump. I got to do some brakes because, well, we'll just say the brakes don't last forever. And a few other things. Oh yeah, timing belt and water pump, which puts me at somewhere around $800 in parts to get this little chariot roadworthy where I feel safe trucking across the country. So between that and the gas, I figure it's going to cost me about $700-800 in gas to run up to Michigan and back. Yeah, well, we're at $1,600. That's a lot of money. So if you feel so inclined to donate, you can always donate at paypal.me/GTKYF or Cash App Ethan the Farmer, $ Ethan the Farmer. And I'm here. I'm out here every day doing my part to try to change this world to make it a better place. However that may be. Running folks to the ER, toting children home so they can see their parents, any number of things. And don't tell me, well, they could call an Uber. Well, that's not possible if you barely are getting by in the first place. I mean, you just can't. It cost me $60. So $120 this weekend to make sure that kid saw his mom. Now, granted, they did put up some gas money that they had, but that's not a lot. And it takes money. You know, it's part of this situation. And we got a lot of big things planned for this November. We're hoping to do a huge Thanksgiving at the new property, the new community, Dogwood Valley. If you're in the Birmingham area or Alabama, Gadsden, Attila, anywhere in there, and you don't have family to spend Thanksgiving with, you got family. You got this crazy ass farmer. All you got to do is hit me up, and I'll let you know where it's at. We've got about 9 different people planning to move to the new project here before the end of the year. And we got a lot of work ahead of us. We got roads to fix, water lines to fix, electrical to fix. You know, need about, I don't know, 10 to 20 grand, roughly, to make this all work. So, again, if you want to donate, that'd be awesome. And I wish you guys the best. That's November's adventures. Oh, and we got a little project coming up with a used casket we're going to drag through Atlanta and Birmingham and a few other towns to protest what they're doing to homeless in this country. They're trying to kill us all. People they label homeless. They label me de facto homeless because they can't figure out how I live. And frankly, I don't need to tell them.
In half a mile, keep right to stay on I-20 East, I-59
they are
North.
convinced
Follow
that my
signs
lifestyle
for Atlanta,
designates
Gadsden.
me as homeless. So, say some prayers for some families that we're working with and some families that we were working with and they kind of blew out of the various programs because of their adventures.
Keep right to stay on I-20 East.
Sometimes you got to make a choice. And if you're not willing to do your part and put in the effort, and it's always everybody else's issue, then I guess you're making a decision to leave the program. But, yeah, I'd really appreciate if some of y'all would come behind us and let us know you still think about us and you appreciate us out here trying to change the world one family at a time, one child at a time, one farmer at a time, one victory garden at a time, one whatever. I really would. But I just wanted to come on. I hope you guys have a great November. It's a little bit chilly here in Birmingham this morning. I'm riding right through the heart of Birmingham in rush hour traffic. Gotta love it. It's the way to go. And check your cinch. Make sure you're tight. I'll see y'all later.